Back to London town, where Aaron Burnett is talking to the so-called commodity king of the United Kingdom. Aaron.
That's right. They have royalty here, Mark. You can't forget. And my next guest is known around London as the commodity king. All right, he manages $13.5 billion in assets. His name is David Harding, founder of Winton Capital Management. He's never had a down year since the company was formed in 1997. 20% average annual returns. This year, he says 11 or 12%, give or take. It changes every second. Thanks so much for being with us, David.
You're welcome.
Okay, so a lot of people obviously want to know what your secret is in a year like this to be up 12%. What was the magic bullet?
Well, the secret, strangely enough, is not having an idea of what we're going to do in advance. We react to the unfolding market's trends rather than make forecasts as what's going to happen. And because we don't make forecasts, we can't be wrong. So since the trends have been strong and sustained so far this year, we've been able to stay on board them and make money.
So mostly it's a quantitative strategy. You're not, like you said, you're not trying to bet on, I think oil prices are going to go up or down. It's purely mathematical relationships between things.
It's 100% quantitative. We have over 100 mathematicians and PhD statisticians, even astrophysicists working back at in our offices, which are based in London and Oxford. And they are continually crunching the numbers, analysing, looking for patterns in the data, anything which can give us an edge in trading the markets.
Astrophysicists, and I don't even want to know about your laws of uncertainty here and how you trade that. But when you look at commodities right now, are there, in terms of where you're trading now, what would you say, and I know you obviously aren't betting directionally, but what would be a big trade that you have that you could talk about?
Actually, we are betting directionally, and we have been aboard the major commodity trends for 2 or 3 years. We've made money from the oil, the big rises in the oil markets. We're not so long now as we were, but we've profited there. We've profited from the other commodity markets, the metals, copper, gold. All these have been good, and also the decline of the dollar has been, I'm sorry to say, Erin, beneficial for us. We've been betting on the short side in the dollar
and in the
pound as well, just to show that we're not discriminatory.
That's right. Although it's all been better perhaps than the dollar. But when you look out right now, do you think, big picture, I know you're quantitative, but do you believe that we are in a fundamental cycle here? When people, the Prime Minister today, I was with him, and he's talking about how fundamentally there just is not enough supply when you look at a lot of these commodities, in particular oil. Do you agree, or are we in a bubble?
Well, it's not false modesty for me to say that I don't know. I really don't know. I really do not have the gift of second sight. What our computers can do is they can bet on having an edge, and at the moment they think the chances are more likely for commodities to go up than they are to go down. But it's 51-49. It's not going to help you to make money knowing that information. Now,
for you, obviously, you trade in 100 futures markets. You don't have to be invested in commodities, though, and I know you've said you're looking to other markets out of futures. Well, what is that? Is it back to traditional stocks or bonds, or is there some whole other new thing out there nobody's thought of?
Well, Winton's thought of as a CTA, commodity trading advisor, but that's actually a misnomer. It dates from the 70s when we were regulated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission in America. So since the 70s, you have futures on everything, stocks, bonds, currencies. And in fact, most of what we do today is in stocks, bonds, currencies, and interest rates. And maybe a third is in commodities only.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your taking the time, David, and nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.